Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I mentioned earlier on KBBN that this would not be a normal breakfast show because we knew the weather was going to be playing havoc with things, and that certainly has been the case. So should let you know, too, that Brent and I are the only two here right now. So if you're thinking about calling in with an announcement, be patient with us because we'll have to do our air thing and answer the phone when we can. And I know Kristen's going to try to get here, but we're not sure how long that will take and how long she'll need to stay before we send her back home. So with the forecast out there, everybody's kind of trying to figure out what to do. But we have a lot of different changes due to the weather. Actually, a lot of them came in yesterday and a bunch here again this morning. So we appreciate you folks working with us on this. We also appreciate our sponsors, Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body for always being there for our storm reports and cancellations and postponements. They've been great about that, supporting us with that particular service that we were able to provide because of them. So we both have our phones, just like you folks can have out there, and look at the same thing we're reading. You might hit that refresh button every once in a while, and we'll go through those. Would you like to start, Brent, or would you like me to start?
I can start.
All right.
How do you want to do this? You just want me to read a while, or you want to go back and forth?
Well, let's go. If we go back and forth, we'll miss somebody.
I was going to say.
So tear into it and just stop whenever you like, and then I'll finish it up.
Okay. Well, first off, I just took a call a couple of minutes ago. Backbone of Healthcare in Broken Bow is closed today. We haven't had the opportunity to get it on the website yet, but Broken Bow Healthcare of Broken Bow will be closed today. All right, I'm just going to start rolling through the list. By the way, we also get a lot of postings that are put on from especially down south in the Dawson County area. I'm going to, if you want information on those, I'll direct you to the website, sandhillsexpress.com. We'll try to concentrate on the information for our immediate listening area for the moment anyway. And Smyrna Public Schools closed today. Ansley Public Schools closed. Arcadia Schools are closed. Arnold Public Schools are closed. Arrow Seed Company in Broken Bow is closed today. BD in Broken Bow closed today. That's first, second day shift closed. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster is closed. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed today. Broken Bow livestock sale scheduled for tomorrow on the 19th. It has now been canceled. Bruning State Bank in Broken Bow is closed. Burwell Public Schools are closed. No Calamus Kids Preschool. Callaway Hospital Public Transit Service, no vans running today. Callaway Public Schools are closed. Other information includes Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. It says Sargent Clinic canceled is how it's posted here. And then it says Central Nebraska Medical Clinic Broken Bow, 10 a.m. open today. Now, this could be a fluid situation, but right now it's saying 10 a.m. for Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. City of Loop City has declared a snow emergency. That's in effect until Thursday. No parking on snow routes. That's in Loop City. And I know that during our newscast, you heard that Broken Bow has declared a snow emergency as well. Let's see. Some other information that has come our way. Custer Federal State Bank in Broken Bow is closed today. They will plan to open at 10 a.m. tomorrow, but Custer Federal State Bank Broken Bow branch is closed today. Farm Credit Services of America in Broken Bow is closed. The First Interstate Bank Callaway branch is closed today. First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow, all of their Wednesday night children and youth activities are canceled. And let's see, let me scroll down. I'll try to read one more here, and I'll turn it over to Dave. Litchfield Public Schools closed today. No activities at Litchfield Public Schools.
Loop Basin Public Health Department in Burwell, their offices will be closed today, but they did note that you can call and the calls will forward. They're going to be working from home today. Loop City Public Schools are closed today. Loop County Public Schools at Taylor are closed today. Nebraska State Bank, all branches are closed. The Ord Public Schools are closed today. Our Savior Lutheran Church in Broken Bow have canceled their Wednesday night activities. The Overton Public Schools are closed. Prairie Eye Care called yesterday evening, and they were hoping to open up at 10 o'clock this morning, so that is the latest we have on that. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed today. No home deliveries. The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow is closed today. Sand Hills Public Schools in Dunning closed. The Sargent Public Schools will be closed today. Smoke Shack in Broken Bow is closed. Sumner Eddyville Miller Schools closed today. Team Physical Therapy closing all of their locations today. All their offices and all their locations are closed for Team Physical Therapy. The United Church of Sumner canceling their activities. United Methodist Church in Arcadia canceling their Kids in Christ program for tonight. And it looks like that's what we have to this point. Unless we hit refresh and something else pops up.
Yeah, one we may have missed, a reminder, Livia's Boutique in Ansley is closed today as well.
And tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, yep.
All right. Okay, that's where we're at right now with changes due to the weather. If you didn't catch all of those and you do have a smartphone or a computer or a tablet, go to Sandhills Express, click on the weather tab, and then the drop down will show you closings, and you go to that, and all the things that we just read are available to you to read. I haven't even worked on the log over here yet. We have, we're creatures of habit just like you folks, and we're a little bit out of sync here, and we started a little late because it just almost seems like, unfortunately, when we have bad weather, we unfortunately have a lot of funeral services, and we just really received a lot of those in the last few days. So between weather announcements, local news, which was concentrated on one of the stories was about the snow emergency here in Broken Bow, and you heard a snow emergency in Loop City, and I believe what was the other one, Cozad. Check with your officials. I'm sure they're posting in your community as to what's going to be happening, and it is kind of a tough situation sometimes when you're one of those people that have to get to work, and so you have to dig yourself out, and then you wonder where you're going to park your car when the plow comes through, and are you going to have a driveway open that you can get out of, and all those things. And snow seems to frustrate people a little bit more than other things, so let's all remain calm. And we could get anywhere from 9 to 17 inches of snow, total amount, according to the National Weather Service. And anywhere between those two amounts is a pretty good chunk of snow. So
I would say
we're going to be moving snow for a while, and we'll want to be patient with one another and with your street departments and so forth out there, because they'll have a lot of work to do. I noticed earlier this morning the state went by with a snow plow already, and I am estimated 2.5 to 3 inches of snow on the ground at 7 o'clock. And we measured 2,400 precipitation from that. So it is a pretty wet snow, and they predicted that. And as long as the wind doesn't get too carried away and it's that heavy, we might be okay. Visibilities this afternoon are going to get tough, according to what the National Weather Service indicated. So probably when the sun comes up here in the first half of the day is our best chance to see our way through, and then later this afternoon as those winds pick up, that may not be the case.
Don't go out if you don't have to. Absolutely don't have to. Stay safe.
Yeah. A lot of folks will be enjoying popcorn today, maybe having some hot chocolate.
Yeah, watching a movie.
Yeah. Sitting on the couch holding hands, whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me look here. I don't have there's my other list. Some of these things may change, folks. We do have, I know one thing we can do is we can get a hold of Linda Tion. Custer Federal is paying for the time to visit with Linda about the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway. And Brent's going to go catch the phone. And I know Linda's excited about this weekend because they're having their big gathering here on Saturday, and hopefully they'll get everything cleaned out and ready for that. So we'll find out more from Linda later on in the show. And again, that time is paid for by Custer Federal State Bank. And we also have some other guests lined up that were expected in the studio, and I'm not going to promo those unless they walk in the door. How's that? Because we understand if they can't make it today. All right. Those are the changes due to the weather. And, of course, we're always promoting sports this time of day, but we're not going to do too much of that either because, we don't know for sure what's going to happen in the next couple of days as far as cleanup goes. We know that this storm warning stays in effect until midnight tonight, and there is a little chance of a little bit more snow after that. But how long it'll take to clean everything up, how hard's the wind going to blow, all those sorts of things are questions that we can't answer. Brent's back in the studio with his notepad.
We have one to add to the list.
I'll be darned.
Custer County Courthouse and Judicial Center will both be closed today.
All right. Not a surprise there. And again, if you missed our reports, we've tried to run it as often as we can and update you. But if you missed them, go online to sandhillsexpress.com. Some of these are entered by the entities themselves, and many of them are sent to us, and then a lot of them are called in. So there's a lot of different balls to juggle to get all of this on the page, but we get a lot of good comments on this service, so we appreciate that, and we'll do our very best to keep up with you here today. Shall we don't need to do school lunch menus because I don't believe there's too many schools having class, so we can forego that. I guess we can play the game and give away a prize. And by the way, anybody that wins on our trivia game, also, if they ask when they come in, can win themselves a Yellow Snow T-shirt collector's item, along with the prizes that Brent gives away.
All right. Oh, man, these will be fun questions. Are you a fan of the band Kiss? 50 years ago, on January 30th, 1973, the band Kiss played their first show at the Coventry Club in Queens, New York. So we're going to find out how well you know the group Kiss. Here's your question. What was the band's original name?
I knew that at one time.
Did you? Boy, I would not have known this. What was the original name of the band Kiss? Your choices are Wicked Lester, Woolly Mammoth, Dynasty, or Lip Service. The band Kiss, what was their original name? Wicked Lester, Woolly Mammoth, Dynasty, or Lip Service? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith, the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs, and will save you money too, during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
And we have Peg on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you inside?
I am.
Do you still have your jammies on?
No.
Oh, you're up and about for sure.
I'm up and about.
All right, here's Brent with your question.
Okay, the band Kiss. What was their original name? Wicked Lester, Woolly Mammoth, Dynasty, or Lip Service?
Wicked Lester.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, you got it. Wicked Lester.
I didn't remember that.
No, I wouldn't have known it. So
Well,
hey,
I had to ask Alexa, but my brother is really, he's very fond of Kiss. So.
Ah, nice. All right. Well, I tell you what, because it's Wednesday, you've won yourself a certificate for a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza. So when you can, come on out and see us, and we'll have your certificate for you.
And Peg,
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
you bet when you come in, be sure and ask for your yellow snow T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
And give your brother will probably get a kick out of that. That's a
He will.
Okay. Thanks, Peg.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Mike Evans is here from Evans Feed. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you give us a road report?
It's deep.
It's getting deeper, isn't
It's
it?
about 3 or 4 inches probably.
Yeah, I thought 2.5 to 3 earlier this morning. Plows have been through, so you got along okay.
Oh, yeah. As a member of KISS Army, I can make it.
Yeah.
You're tough.
Yeah.
Did you?
I had the little certificate and everything.
Did you do the face paint?
I did
At
not do
any
the face
at
paint,
any time
but
in
I
your life?
I was 5 and 6, 7, 8 years old, and I had every KISS album. I loved them. I still think they have some good music, but
Yeah.
it's not really my style anymore. But yeah, it was good when I was a kid.
They made their mark. That's
They
for
did,
sure.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Well, with the weather out there like it is, again, more important than ever to make sure we have all the food we can get stored up and ready to feed the animals, right?
Yeah, the old girls out there, the cows and the calves and the bulls and everybody else, they gonna need a little extra right now. So make sure you're feeding plenty of hay, of course, and all these ranchers know that. I'm not telling them anything, but anyway, we do have a good supply of supplements to go along with the hays and the forages. I got a fresh load of cubes in this morning. As a matter of fact, I can't believe he made it to town, but he's here. And we weren't quite ready for him. So we got a full bin of range cubes. And so if you guys need to come in and fill their cakers up, if you run out or whatever, we got plenty.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's, I was thinking about this talking with Joan last night. Is, we get the amount of snow they're talking about, and if it lays out flat, it'll actually be a beneficial thing, and it'll be like the old-fashioned winters where we won't see, open ground till springtime.
Yeah, it tends to always happen when you're short on hay.
Yeah, yeah.
There's not a lot of hay around, so it's expensive. It's very expensive. So it's going to cost a little money to get us to grass, but you really got to take care of the girls this time of year, because they're carrying a pretty heavy calf in them. A lot of guys will start calving in a month, or some have already, of course, but you got to make sure the calories are up there, and the proteins, the energies, the vitamins, and the minerals, and they got to chop ice all the time. And I mean, there's a lot to raising cattle this time of year when you get snow like this, and it's been a few years since we've had it. So
yeah. I think for the passerby, let's just put it that way, the passerby, when they drive by a pasture with cattle in it, they go, that'd be a great way to make a living. You just turn those cattle loose out in that pasture, and they eat, and maybe drop a little salt by, and once in a while make sure they have water, and you make money.
yeah, piece of cake.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah, there you go.
As Lee Corso would say.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, boy, this kind of weather makes a lot of work out of everything, but certainly, and some folks are on the brink or are already calving too.
Right, and the people up Dunning and Thedford in that area, they caught that first storm that was pretty good sized storm that we didn't get down
Right.
here, and so they've been feeding a lot up there, and it's been pretty tough. But so I think they're going to get some more on this one, and they're most of those guys are prepared, and
Yeah,
I mean they knew it was coming. It's not like the old days when you didn't know it was coming. So
Yeah, you have time to
Little
prepare.
preparation.
Yeah, they've been talking about this for a few days now, and I still like to doubt the weatherman, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure they know what they're talking about. And we'll see if they're on the amount of snow we get here. But certainly, again, it makes work for everybody out there, but the cattle people and other animals as well. You got to make sure that they have plenty to eat when the temperature's a little colder. And the snow cover just makes all the difference as far as staying warm goes.
You bet. We got a lot of products for every kind of animal that's outside. The horses are outside as a general rule as well. So we started carrying some new kind of Purina horse feeds. They have 100 of them, but we probably carry 10. But we added a new one this week that we think people will like, and it's a really high calorie feed that some of these performance horses need a little extra, or some old horses. So if you got a horse that's just not quite performing or looking like it needs to and needs some higher calorie density, we have Impact, Professional Impact is what it's called, something like that.
All right. Thinking about those wood pellets might come in handy. You got plenty of those? So.
6 or 7 pallets. So
See, that sounds like a lot to most people, but
no, they come in 24 at a time.
Oh, wow.
The semi-load's 24 pallets. So we've had, this is the second load, and I'm down to 6 or 7. So that's counting the ones sitting out on the corner.
Might have to go get those.
Might have. They're made in Nebraska, so it's not, they're from eastern Nebraska, down in Fremont. But so I can probably get wheels under a load here fairly soon, I hope. But yeah, if you need some pellets, it's, it's probably, I hate to have everybody rush in there and get them.
Yeah, no kidding.
But if you need them, I got them.
All right, got them for now.
Yep, I got them for now.
They're very popular, aren't they?
They are very popular, yes. There's a lot of people that burn wood pellets, more than I thought. So I'm glad we started carrying them. Wanted to mention, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook and everywhere else about the price of eggs.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big deal.
It is.
A lot of people eat eggs, and we sell 4 or 5 different kinds of chicken feeds, but we actually carry 3 different kinds of complete layer feed. Everybody has their own flavor.
Yeah.
But we have the high end, commercial stuff, and we actually make one ourselves. We grind it right down there at the Bates Building, and so it's about as fresh and local as you can get. And it's got everything in it they need. It's just finer. It's not a crumble. So it's kind of like the old days a little bit. But if you're looking for affordable chicken feed, because there's a lot of backyard chicken farmers out there now, and the eggs are getting to be valuable, and it's really not that hard to raise chickens. You get them raised, and you have 4 or 5 in a pen in the backyard or whatever.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of people doing that, and it doesn't take a lot of feed. I mean, it takes some feed, but it's not. It's not prohibitive like you would think.
Yeah, well, you're right. It doesn't take that much space, and they're not a lot of work. And there's just something kind of cool about raising chickens. I think making the eggs, and if you really want to get into it, I know there's some folks out there who raise eggs and sell them by the dozen and make a little revenue. Yeah,
and they're able to actually make it work, even with corn as high priced as it is. I think it's working pretty good with $8 eggs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
is.
We have eggs and everything. I mean, you're going to make some pancakes, you're going to do whatever. We always think about over easy in the pan, but you use eggs for all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. So we move a lot of chicken feed, and we know how to make the rations. We've been doing it for a long time, and so if somebody needs some of that type of stuff, we have it, along with everything else as far as feed goes. Wanted to mention we also whip up our own bird mix, and we sell a lot of black sunflowers as well, and those birds are going to need it here next day or two. So we have it in the 50-pound bags, but we also have the 25s if people don't want something quite as heavy. But of course, it's more economical the bigger the bag. But some people don't want to deal with the 50-pound bag, and that's understandable.
Sure. Yeah. Well, they're going to. Boy, if you're feeding them now, you're really going to see them too with the snow, maybe a cardinal pair or something like that.
You bet.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have just made a batch yesterday, and so we got plenty of feed, and Evans Feed is open at the moment. So I hope we can stay open all day. But if it gets too crazy, we probably won't. But we're not going to make any deliveries. But
yeah, it makes sense. I snuck in on a conversation the other day. After a meeting we both attended, and you were getting a nice compliment from one of your customers on how fast his load was loaded on his pickup. He went in to write a check, and when he come back out 2 minutes later or whatever short period of time, the lick tubs were on the back of the pickup, and he was ready to go. That's kind of fun to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, he thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that's just the way it's supposed to be. But customer service is a big deal for us, and we roll a lot of those tubs out and set them on trucks. Vitalix is a big part of, with the storm coming, throw out some Vitalix tubs will help you too. But yeah, that was a nice compliment, and we appreciate that. And I'm glad we got a good group of men and women down there running the store.
Big team.
You bet.
Yeah. Also, Kano is included in that, which
also
comes in
Kano.
real handy right now if they're down south and
Yep.
they need something, they can stop in. And
Yeah, I hope Troy made it in there, but I'm pretty sure he did. He's pretty diligent.
yeah, you can't keep O'Connell people in the house.
That's
very
right. They're
long.
tough.
They get a little crazy if they stay in the house.
There you go.
Mike, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
All right.
Appreciate
Well, thanks for coming in and the road report. I just saw a vehicle go by a pretty good pace, so it must be doable out there for now anyway.
You bet.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, and Solon Murray debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. At least 16 people have died in a helicopter crash near Kyiv. CBS's Holly Williams.
Among those killed were several senior Ukrainian officials, including the Interior Minister Denis Monastyrsky. President Zelensky's office said the helicopter was taking the Interior Minister to a hot spot when it went down.
3 children were also killed. No word on the cause of the crash. Some controversial Republicans have been awarded plum spots in the new Congress. CBS's Nancy Cordes says one is New York's George Santos.
He's going to sit on the Small Business Committee as well as the Science, Space and Technology Committee, despite lying extensively about his business record.
Among this year's inductees into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, Liz Rose, best known for her work with Taylor Swift. Also, Gloria Estefan, Sade, and Snoop Dogg. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, a 13-year-old girl from Colorado is in custody following a Monday night car chase in Buffalo County. The Nebraska State Patrol said a trooper saw an eastbound SUV traveling at about 35 miles an hour on Interstate 80. The trooper tried a traffic stop about 4 miles east of the Kearney exit, but the vehicle pulled away and continued eastbound at speeds up to 100 miles an hour. Another trooper laid stop sticks on I-80 between Gibbon and Shelton. The vehicle slowed down but turned north on the Shelton exit. Shortly thereafter, a trooper used a tactical vehicle intervention to end the chase. The pursuit started at about 9:35 Monday night and lasted about 16 minutes. The 13-year-old female driver and an 11-year-old male passenger are in protective custody. The troopers also found a firearm, a small amount of marijuana, and drug paraphernalia in the vehicle. The Buffalo County Sheriff's deputies and Shelton Police Office assisted in the incident.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from tennis at the Australian Open. The defending champion and number 1 seed Rafael Nadal is out. He loses his second round match to American Mackenzie McDonald in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4, 7-5, ending Nadal's bid for a 23rd Grand Slam championship. 4 games in the NBA. Nuggets topped the Trailblazers 122-113, led by reigning MVP Nikola Jokic. Another triple-double for him, 36 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. Denver at 31-13 is the top team right now in the Western Conference. Damian Lillard a 44-point effort in the loss for Portland. Spurs knock off the Nets 106-98. Brooklyn now 0-3 since star Kevin Durant was lost due to injury. Bucks over the Raptors 130-122. And behind 41 points from Joel Embiid, 76ers beat the Clippers in LA 120-110. College basketball, number 13 Kansas State beat number 2 Kansas 83-82 in overtime. 12th ranked Iowa State topped 7th ranked Texas 78-67.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A winter storm warning continuing. For today, heavy snow with widespread blowing snow as well, with gusty north to northeast winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Another 9 to 15 inches of daytime snowfall, with our temperatures fairly steady in the 20s. Another 1 to 3 inches of snow yet this evening, lows to 17. Partly sunny skies developing for your Thursday up to 32. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
It is 7 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, 25 degrees outside under a cloudy sky and still snowing here in central Nebraska. Winds are out of the northeast 10 to 20, a lot of times 10 to 15. We hope they stay there. Barometric pressures at 29.76 and falling, humidity at 94%. High yesterday was 37, overnight low of 24. Sunset today at 5:36, sunrise tomorrow morning at 8:01, and we melted down 24 hundredths of an inch precipitation as of 7 o'clock this morning. We estimated 2.5 to 3 inches at that time, bringing our total for the month to 1 inch and 18 hundredths precipitation. That is going to change definitely here in the next 24 hours. 25 cloudy with snow here at Broken Bow. Coming up next, we'll have postponements and cancellations brought to you by Fixed Right Auto Body, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Ansley Lumber, Ansley America, and Custer Public Power District. And with the first half of the report, here's Brent Apperson.
Okay, here we go. And Smyrna Public Schools closed. Ansley Schools closed. Arcadia Schools closed. Arnold Public Schools closed today. Arrow Seed Company in Broken Bow is closed. The backbone of healthcare in Broken Bow closed. BD Broken Bow today, first, second day shift closed, it says. Blaine County Courthouse, Brewster, Nebraska closed. Bow Bootery in Broken Bow now closed today. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed. The Broken Bow Livestock Sale, scheduled for tomorrow the 19th, it has now been canceled. Bruning State Bank in Broken Bow closed today. Burwell Public Schools are closed. Callaway Hospital Public Transit Service in Callaway, no vans running today. Callaway Public Schools are also closed today. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, it says Sargent Clinic canceled today, but it's still at this time showing 10 o'clock open for Broken Bow Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. City of Loop City posting a snow emergency, which is currently in effect through Thursday. No parking on snow routes. And again, you've been hearing the news story about Broken Bow in a snow emergency as well. For more details on it, you can check out the story posted on sandhillsexpress.com. Other information that has come our way, Custer County Courthouse and Judicial Center in Broken Bow are both closed today. Custer Federal State Bank Broken Bow branch closed today, planning to open at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Other information that's come our way, Farm Credit Services of America, Broken Bow, closed today. The First Interstate Bank, Callaway, and Broken Bow branches are both closed today. First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow, children and youth activities for tonight, those have now been canceled. Other information that's been sent to us that we share with you here this morning, Litchfield Public Schools are closed today, no activities. Livia's Boutique in Ansley is closed today and tomorrow. Loop Basin Public Health Department, Burwell, closed today. Loop City Public Schools are closed today, and Loop County Public Schools in Taylor are closed today. And with more, here's Dave.
Nebraska State Bank, all branches are closed today. Ord Public Schools are closed. Our Savior Lutheran Church in Broken Bow canceling their Wednesday activities for today and tonight. The Overton Public Schools are closed. Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow now closed today. Prairie Eye Care in Broken Bow are closed today. They did have a 10 o'clock planned start, but now they have decided to close. So Prairie Eye Care closed today here in Broken Bow. Prairie Pioneer Center is closed today, no home deliveries. The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow closed. Sandhills Public Schools is closed today. No classes in Sargent Public Schools today as well. The Smoke Shack in Broken Bow also closed. And Sumner Eddyville Miller Schools closed today. Team Physical Therapy closed at all their locations today. And United Church of Sumner, all their events have been canceled for today. The United Methodist Church in Arcadia canceling their Kids in Christ program for tonight. Varney Health Mart is closed today. And so those are the most recent we have for you here. And again, we thank our businesses, Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body for making these reports available to you. It is 12 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. We'll go next to our wrestling report. We'll check on our postponements and cancellations right after the wrestling report, which is coming up next.
RT Ace is the place with your helpful hardware folks. They stock great tool brands like Steel and Milwaukee, plus paints from Clark and Kensington, including their primer all-in-one that can be computer matched with your color preference. Of course, plumbing and electrical supplies are in stock and ready to go too. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, and Saturday from 8 until 4. Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Today's wrestling report is brought to you in part by Trotter Fertilizer and Broken Bow. Success is what you want from your fields, both now and in the future. To build towards both, utilize the help of Trotter Fertilizer. Using their expertise and leading technology, they can help you analyze your fields to move them forward to stronger yields. Give Trotter Fertilizer of Broken Bow a call. They are proud to be bringing you this wrestling report on KCNI KBBN.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
The Broken Bow Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Duda Plumbing. Since 2002, Scott has shown pride in giving his customers A-plus service. For plumbing service, septic installation, pumping, or sewer camera inspections, call Duda Plumbing at 872-3402. Duda Plumbing of Broken Bow is proud to bring you this wrestling report. All about student-athletes giving it their all on the mat and in the classroom. Duda Plumbing, where they Duda Plumbing.
And at this time, we are bringing you the Broken Bow High School Wrestling Report, brought to you by Duda Plumbing, Trotter Fertilizer, and Ace Hardware here in Broken Bow. And we're joined by the coach, Ed Schaaf. Ed, good to see you. How you been?
Doing well.
Yeah? Good. Well, as we get right into it, let's go back to last week. Now, you had the Gothenburg duels on Saturday. We'll get to that in a moment. But I want to go back to last Thursday, where you had the annual triangular with your duels against Gothenburg and Valentine. We had the opportunity, Kirk Crawley and I, to be there and to call the matches. And when it was all over, you picked up wins impressively against Valentine and Gothenburg. And Coach Crawley made the comment on the air as we were wrapping things up. He said, you know, for him, and I think others felt it too, it wasn't just winning those duels, it was how you won them. And he talked about the physicality of the kids on the mat. Did you feel that too on that night?
Yeah, we were pretty proud. I mean, we talk about going out and being physical and, you know what, getting after it. And sometimes it just clicks for kids because you can talk about it a lot, but until you start, and it's the thing that, I mean, they have a hard time like being physical and beating on each other in practice because they're friends and stuff. You get out there and it was, we were physical. I mean, there were some heavy hands, and I mean, everything we were doing was with violent intentions. And I mean, we weren't out of control either. I mean, it was just a thing that when they were trying to get hands on, they were doing it physically, and when they were trying to move people, it was with a purpose. It wasn't just these soft hands. Sometimes you see kids wrestling with. So yeah, we were pretty happy with the way we went out and got after those two. I mean, you know, anytime you get to duel Valentine, you get to duel Gothenburg, it's always good. And then when you get to wrestle like we did and beat them like we did, it's always good.
Yeah. Because we were there, I feel like I can talk about some of the matches from that. Yeah. But one of the youngsters that really impressed us, Talon Harold, wrestled with his hair on fire,
he did.
we thought, on that night.
He did. You know, and Talon's a good wrestler. I mean, he has really stepped up and improved. You know, he does wrestle with his hair on fire, and he's tough. He just, at times, he'll get into trouble and kind of get out of position a little bit, maybe be kind of sloppy with where his feet are and what he's doing. But when he doesn't do that, it's just like we saw the other night, that he is just a hammer. I mean, and he's worked hard. I mean, you look at the kid's physically impressive. I mean, he's a big, strong kid, and with attitude, he goes out and he gets after it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that we have talked about this in the past, but when you're wrestling, and I know you preach this to your kids, the match is never over until it's over. Mm-hmm. We watched Cash Watson wrestle a really good wrestler, Will Springer, I think was his name, from Valentine. Fell behind in the match. Mm-hmm. I think we were in the third period, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah, in the third period. And the next thing you know, Cash just has this guy on his back, and boom, the slap of the mat, and it's over, and he wins by pin. But I know that's something you talk to your kids about. You're not out of a match until it's over.
No. He, you know what? He'd been in there, and we knew kind of going in that we would have a shot at him. We thought our best chances to beat him were on our feet, just from like when Wilson wrestled him last year and all this, and just watching Will when he wrestles Springer, he's tough on the mat. Mm-hmm. So we decided we wanted to try to wrestle him on our feet, and next thing you know, we end up getting in a front head like type situation and kind of get set onto our hip, and he gets a cradle, and we were pretty fortunate because he had us pretty tight, and then he started bleeding, and we were able to get out, and it was 7-2 going into the third. Mm-hmm. And I think that there was a blood or there was something, because I know I had the opportunity to look at Cash and talk to Cash, and when we got ready to go, right before he got ready to go back to wrestle, I looked at him and I said, "Cash, I want to hear I got this, coach." And he goes, "Okay." I said, "No, Cash, what do I want to hear?" And he looks right at me and goes, "I got this, coach." And he comes back and he goes out and he wins it. And
what did he say when he came back?
He come back and he had this big old smile, and I said, "I told you got this."
Yeah, nice.
And he did, because I mean, you know what? He went out and he had before he pinned Springer, he had him in danger because he had tried to throw a headlock and about had him out of bounds, and they wrestled up, and then, you know, worked a front head into a pancake and put him right on his back, and it was a good win. Yeah. I mean, that's a real good kid.
Yeah.
The Valentine kids, I mean, they wrestle tough, and there's a lot of pride there, but you can see that they haven't been on the mat. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, is they'd went to a tournament before, but to come in and to be ready to grind through those full matches, I mean, you could see, and we talked about it, we just got to get them into the third period, because they're not. They haven't been wrestling a lot.
Yeah.
So they'll, you know what, when we see them at conference and at districts, they'll, you know what, we can't rest on what we did here at this triangular, because they're going to be different kids, and they're going to be ready to go. So
yeah,
I wouldn't expect any less from them.
Let's go to Saturday now. Mm-hmm. You went back to Gothenburg and wrestled in their big dual tournament. You kind of, I mean, again, I'm just looking at the scores here, so you can talk better about the individual duels, but you kind of rolled through the opening 4 rounds, it appeared score-wise anyway.
Yeah, we did.
And then you got Waverly in the championship match. Waverly Class B, very solid team. Waverly won the duel 44-22. And I know it was your first dual loss of the year, but you've talked about this all the time. It's about competition. It's about wrestling good kids, learning from that, and getting better. And I'm guessing that duel will make you get better. Am I okay in saying that?
You are.
Okay.
I mean, that's exactly right. we knew going in that our pool side was going to be, like Alliance and Sydney had a bunch of opens, and O'Neill had some decent kids. We just kind of got on a roll there, and it was one of those things. Duels are kind of like that in that you can get on rolls, and just everything starts rolling your way. And that's the kind of the way it was with O'Neill, and that we just got on a roll. The kind of the same way, against Colby, Kansas, we got going and kids were wrestling tough, and then we got into Waverly, and we knew Waverly was kind of the one we were looking for the whole time. And we started 106, and they had a pretty good 106 pounder that we couldn't win there, and didn't win there. And then they had, I think they must have been twins, because they bumped one of them up to wrestle Chauncey, and couldn't get the pin. The kid just, he was laying flat, wasn't doing anything, and we just couldn't get it. So we were kids were kind of getting a little frustrated just because, Chauncey's one of our hammers, and we just needed to get the pin, and we couldn't get it done. Give the kid credit. It's tough to pin a kid when he's somewhat decent and doesn't want to do anything. His whole goal was don't get pinned. Yeah. He wasn't ever looking to score or win the match, just don't get pinned. And then we got into 20. We went and we forfeited at 20 to kind of for strategic purposes and put Cash out at 26, and they took their 20-pounder who was pretty good and bumped him up to 26. So there was no points scored at the 20. And Cash was wrestling well, and I think at one point, he was up 4-1. And we were going pretty well, and then ended up getting away and getting a takedown. We go into overtime, and it was just a moment to where, and we're not going to, there were some calls that didn't go our way as far as the referees, and we talk a lot about it. Obviously, we haven't talked about it enough, about how you can't let that get into your head. You have to, if you have to win that match 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, whatever, you know what, you're going to have calls that don't go your way. You just got to overcome it. And we were getting frustrated and ended up giving up. I think we went into the, third overtime or something like that, and ended up losing. And then it just kind of, we got into the middleweights to where they were solid. And we just, I think we probably, hindsight, and it's probably some of us, we got to talk to the kids about, our kids are always like, go, 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 go. And we probably should have took a page out of their playbook like they did at 13 and have our 38 and 45 pounders be like, okay, let's just slow this thing down. And so we were trying to score and all this, and next thing you know, we end up getting pinned and lost the decision at 52 and lost at 60. 70, we won. 82 was a great match.
I was going to ask you about that match, because that was Connor.
The kid from Waverly is a state medalist. It was just a good, hard-fought match. And we didn't get it. We just lost 4-2. We give up a takedown at the end, and that was it. 95-220 we won. And heavyweight, we never... the duel was out of the way, and you know what? They had a big heavyweight, and Hayden Campbell's weighing about 215, wrestling heavyweight for us, and we're like, there's no reason to put him out there when the duel was already decided. So it was tough. We knew going in that they were going to be, there's opportunities for us to learn and to grow as a team and as individuals. Our guys are going to be getting better from this. If you're out there and all you're doing is winning everything, if you're not finding good competition, you ain't gonna get better.
Yeah,
I mean, it's, you can walk into state with a undefeated record but not wrestle anybody, and we talk about that we don't want to beat the Joe Schmoes from wherever. We want to beat the good kids at the state tournament. So putting ourselves out there and get to see good competition.
Yeah, I think it was Coach Cooksley made this comment to me. Not losses, but lessons.
Yeah.
And yeah. So let's talk about this week then. You got your duel with Ord, which is scheduled for Thursday as we talk anyway. We're talking on Monday. And then, another great challenge for your kids. You go to UNK for the UNK duels. You'll see teams from different classes And that's always a great event. It's at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, right? Is where they wrestle it, which is where state duels will be at later. But I know that is a dual competition that you guys love competing in.
Yeah, because it will be. I mean, I think our pool that we're in, I think we have like Kearney JV, and then we have Sedgwick County from, I think they're a Class D school from Colorado that comes over, and then we have like Bellevue West. If we win our pool, the way bracket's set up, then we get like Millard South.
They're not bad.
No, they're a fair hand.
Yeah, I think so. Anybody who knows wrestling in the state knows they're not bad.
Yeah. And if that works, then whether we win or we lose, I'm assuming that coming out of the other side will be like Columbus or Kearney. So we'll probably take on one of those as well. So we get to see some Class A schools and get to see some good kids again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, before I let you go, quick question. I guess just the focus. Do you like where you're at? That's my question. You like where you're at right now, moving forward? Because, I mean, let's face it, we're getting into the real meat of it now.
Yeah, no, we're wrestling well.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not a thing where I come out of there this weekend going, gosh dang it, I don't know about this kid. He's not wrestling tough. That's not the case. Our kids are all wrestling well. They're mentally, they're right there. Physically, I think they're there. I mean, I always laugh. We wrestled. I think it might have been I don't know if it was somewhere this weekend or something. They're like, I think it was Cal Wells or something. He's wrestling a kid, and I heard some parent or somebody's like, he's getting tired. And I started laughing, and I'm like, there is no way you can even ever say that about that kid, because he's one that he will work himself probably to death, just because that's how hard he works. And so our kids, they're in good shape. They're ready. You know what? It's just a thing of being smart and taking care of our bodies. And, we talk about all the time, being control the things you can control. What time are you going to bed? What are you eating? When are you sleeping? What are you taking in? Are you just taking care of your body, so that when we want to be able to get to state duels and everybody healthy, and get to districts and everybody's healthy, so that we, have our chances. That's all we want, is give us an opportunity to get on the mat when we're at full strength, and we'll roll the dice and see where we're at.
Yeah. Well, good luck this week.
Yes.
Always appreciate you coming in. That's the Broken Bow Wrestling Report with Broken Bow head wrestling coach Ed Schaaf.
The Broken Bow Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Duda Plumbing. Since 2002, Scott has shown pride in giving his customers A-plus service. For plumbing service, septic installation, pumping, or sewer camera inspections, call Duda Plumbing at 872-3402. Duda Plumbing of Broken Bow is proud to bring you this wrestling report, all about student athletes giving it their all on the mat and in the classroom. Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Today's wrestling report is brought to you in part by Trotter Fertilizer and Broken Bow. Success is what you want from your fields, both now and in the future. To build towards both, utilize the help of Trotter Fertilizer. Using their expertise and leading technology, they can help you analyze your fields to move them forward to stronger yields. Give Trotter Fertilizer of Broken Bow a call. They are proud to be bringing you this wrestling report on KCNI KBBN.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
829.
RT Ace is the place with your helpful hardware folks. They stock great tool brands like Steel and Milwaukee, plus paints from Clark and Kensington, including their primer all-in-one that can be computer matched with your color preference. Of course, plumbing and electrical supplies are in stock and ready to go too. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, and Saturday from 8 until 4. Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
829:30. And you're listening to The Breakfast Show. Appreciate it. We're going to run through postponements, cancellations, changes due to the weather again, brought to you by Fixed Right Auto Body, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Hunter's Towing Repair, Ansley Lumber, Ansley America, and Custer Public Power District. And just to show you how versatile we are here at The Breakfast Show, I'll read the first half.
Okay.
See if I can do it as well as Brent did. By the way, Kristen is here. She arrived right on time this morning. We appreciate that. So she's at the front desk. So if you tried to call earlier and we missed you, Kristen is at the desk. She can take your calls. Anselmo, Myrna, Ansley, Arcadia, Arnold schools all closed today. Arrow Seed in Broken Bow closed. Backbone of Health in Broken Bow closed. BD, today's first and second day shifts are closed. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster closed today. Bow Bootery will not be open today. They're closed. Broken Bow Chiropractic here in Broken Bow is closed. Broken Bow High School and schools altogether here in Broken Bow public schools are closed. The Broken Bow livestock sale for tomorrow has been canceled. The Broken Bow public schools are closed. That's 2 times we've had that. Bruning State Bank here in Broken Bow closed due to the weather. The Burwell public schools are closed. Callaway Hospital Transit Service will not be operating today. The Callaway public schools are closed today. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow still showing a 10 o'clock start this morning, but the Sargent Clinic has been canceled. The city of Loop City has a snow emergency declared. City of Cozad also have emergency in effect for their community as well. As I scroll down, I look at the Custer County Courthouse. It is closed today. Custer County Judicial System also closed. Custer Federal State Bank closed today. And Farm Credit Services of America in Broken Bow have closed today. First Interstate Bank in Broken Bow and First Interstate Bank in Callaway closed today. The First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow have canceled their children youth activities for today. And let's see, Heritage Bank in Broken Bow now closed. Heritage Bank in Broken Bow closed. And we go through, and again, we have lots of other listings here that you can catch on Sandhills Express on the closing page, a little further out from our immediate locale here. Ansley, Nebraska, Livia's Boutique closed today and tomorrow. The Loop City Public Schools are closed. Loop County Public Schools at Taylor are closed. Here's Brent with more.
All right, Loop Basin Public Health Department, Burwell closed today. Litchfield Public Schools are closed today. Nebraska State Bank, all branches in the area are closed today. Ord Public Schools are closed. Overton Public Schools closed. Our Savior Lutheran Church, Broken Bow, Wednesday night activities are closed. Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow closed today. Other announcements, Prairie Eye Care Center in Broken Bow closed. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed today. No home deliveries. Quilting Shack in Broken Bow closed. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning closed. Sargent Public Schools are closed today as well. Smoke Shack in Broken Bow is closed. SEM Public Schools are closed today. Team Physical Therapy, all of their locations are closed today. Other announcements, the United Church of Sumner have canceled their Wednesday night events for today. United Methodist Church in Arcadia, their Kids in Christ canceled for today. And Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow will be closed today.
More right after these words.
Boots, boots, boots. Can you tell it's all about boots this week at Bow Bootery? We love boots so much it's in our name. We love you so much we've marked them down 25%. Save on fashion boots, bear paws, and snow boots and enjoy them right now in the cold months. Comfort, style, warmth, heels or flats, black, brown, tan, or green. No matter what boot you're looking for, we want to help you find it. 25% off fashion boots, bear paws, and snow boots this week at Bow Bootery on the Square.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
8:35. Brent has some more information for you.
Yeah, I was scrolling back through the announcements, and I don't recall saying Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow is closed today. So if I missed that, I apologize. Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow closed today.
All right. Thank you very much. Today is Eugene Curtis's birthday today. This was sent in by family. Curtis is celebrating his 77th birthday today, and they wanted to know whether we could play a song for him on this special day. And Curtis, Eugene, we will get to that as soon as we can here. It says he loves listening to you and Brent for some reason on The Breakfast Show. Eugene?
I know Eugene. What a great guy. Great family, too.
Happy birthday, Eugene Curtis. Happy 77th birthday. And when we get time, if we can get a song in here today, we will do that. But otherwise, happy birthday to you. Your family sent that in, by the way, so they must like you, too.
Yeah.
Boy, what I could go for right now. I know we've got coffee here.
Yeah, we do.
But wouldn't something a little extra special on a wintry day like this be nice? Now, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend for folks living very far away from Arnold that they hop in the car just to go get a cup of coffee or goodies at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. But certainly other days it would hit the spot, and I would imagine if you live in the immediate Arnold area, you could safely get in and get yourself a cup, maybe do a little shopping, pick up a bagel.
There you go. Yeah, coffee with a friend, always a good idea, and there's no better place to have it than at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Now, they got a special thing going on in their gift department right now. It's a flash sale.
Oh.
75% off of their Christmas items and decor this week until Santa comes and gets it all packed away. All right? So take advantage of the sale before Santa comes and gets the stuff for next year.
Well, he's in Florida right now.
Yeah, he had to battle the weather over Christmas. He ain't going to get out in this kind of weather.
No, he's down south.
This is his off season. So anyway, yeah, flash sale. Receive 75% off of Christmas items and decor this week at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. Get a jump start and great deals for next Christmas. Many great items waiting for a home. Also, they carry warm hats and gloves for men, women, and children. This is a good day to promote that. They have great baby and children's section as well for novelty gifts, toys, and more. Stop in to see their beautiful home decor. They've got some Nebraska decor. You can warm up with hot teas, herbal teas, and coffee drinks. It's all at the historic Destination Barista Bar and Gift Shop right here in our back door at Brubaker's Coffee House in Arnold. They are open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 until 3.
Gary's Superfoods is proud to be your hometown grocery store, open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. This week, delicious Smithfield all-natural baby back pork ribs are $2.99 a pound, and so are Open Acres boneless skinless chicken breasts. Have a pasta night. Prego pasta sauces are $1.88. Stock up on snacks with Cheez-It or Townhouse crackers at 2 for $6. Yoplait yogurts are 10 for $6. All this week at Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Even if you have given up on your other New Year's resolutions, there is still time to fulfill your resolution to bank smarter. Leave your regular checking account behind in the new year and upgrade to Premier Checking with Bruning Bank. With Premier Checking, you earn interest on your account for completing simple actions you do already. Already have an account with us? Transitioning takes less than a minute. Wanting to set up a new account? Stop by and complete our quick and simple sign-up process. Check out details and rates at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
A new year. Same great service and products at Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Central multivitamin tablets in 120 count for men or women are $11.49. Save on Century 50 Plus for men or women in a 100 count for $7.49. Century 120 count multivitamins are $7.99. Vitamin B12 is available in a variety of strengths and counts as well. Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
20 minutes before the hour, as we promised you earlier, we were going to contact Linda Tion with the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway, and she is sitting in, I believe, her sun porch with plants watching it snow. We are jealous. Linda. That sounds really nice.
Well, I'm lucky, aren't I? I tell you what, I'm sitting here watching it snow. We probably have around 3 inches, a bit of wind. The wind seems to be coming up a little more. I can probably see a mile, but there is fog and there is local traffic. I did see the snowplows go by, the state snowplows, about half hour ago, but I doubt that the road stays open a long time because the snow is coming. But you would know that better than I.
Well, they're talking about possibility, of 9 up to 17 inches, which leaves them a lot of leeway. So we're hoping it's somewhere around, more like 8 or 9 rather than 16 or 17. But that's the way it is, and no matter what, they'll get it cleaned up. And I know you're excited, Linda, about a gathering that's taking place here in Broken Bow. Would you want to start there?
Oh, yes, absolutely. But first I want to say my thoughts are with all the ag producers of the area. We need this moisture, but the snow makes it very inconvenient for them getting around. But anyway, I want to thank Custer Federal for this time that they give us once a month. We do appreciate it. And I'm here to talk about the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway. Our byway is Highway 2 running from Grand Island to Alliance. And our annual conference is this Saturday at the One Box in Broken Bow. Our theme is Sunny Days, Starry Nights. And we will have our annual, or I shouldn't say our annual, we'll have our monthly business meeting at 11 o'clock that morning. And then at 1, going from 1 to 5, our showcase. We have 17 vendors coming all the way from Carroll to Ashby, Nebraska. And I'll talk about them in a minute. At 2 o'clock, and this is going to be very interesting. We have a lot of interest from people wanting to hear Jerry Proctor from the Nebraska Forest. She is going to come and speak to us about the recovery of the forest, her latest news on the 4-H camp, whatever that is that she has. And at 3 o'clock, Jenna Barta from the Nebraska Tourism is going to speak to the public about tourism across Nebraska. Now, these events are open to the public. There is no charge for them. At 5 o'clock, we'll have our social hour, and at 6, our dinner, awards, and keynote speaker. And Jenna's going to speak that evening as she has a program on stargazing. And I know there's a lot of stargazing that goes along up at Merritt Reservoir, correct, gentlemen?
Yeah, I understand. That's fabulous.
Yes, and that's getting to be a big thing with our tourists. So we're going to be promoting that this summer. Then we'll have our awards following her speaking, and we will be awarding the Byway Business of the Year, Friend of the Byway, Frontline Employee, and the Byway Enhancement Award. And that will be very interesting to see who wins those awards. So we're looking forward to that. Getting back to the showcase, Mullen Art Center is going to be there. I believe she'll be bringing some smaller items that they sell at the Art Center, and she'll just be available to visit with people about the Art Center in Mullen. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place downtown. Horizon Without Bounds, that is Bill Burdett, and he's coming up from Carroll, and he is an agro-eco-history tourism and roads organizer, and he can take you from anywhere to anywhere. That's his theme. Grand Island Visitors Center will be there to talk about activities in Grand Island. New this year is Audrey Powell's Photography from Bingham. And if there's some brides out there looking for photographers, we'll have 2 available to talk to, the other being With Love Photography, Bridget Licking from Bedford. John Hunt. You know John Hunt, don't you?
You
from
bet. You
Broken
bet.
Bow.
Yes.
He's an author. He will have his book signing that day, Secrets of the Sandhills. And I've read some of his work, and he's a wonderful writer. I really enjoy what he does. T&J Western Works, Jessica Billings from Mullen. She'll have silver jewelry available. The Vault from Carol, coffee rolls, sandwiches, etc. So you can come out and shop and eat while you're there. Kalinda's Pot Shop, an art gallery from Ashby, is coming, and she'll be bringing some of her wonderful pottery with her. Lingonberry, Leanne French from Mullen, engraving, wood, and leather that she does. And we have Round Valley Farmhouse, bed and breakfast from Broken Bow, Lisa Rice. I'm anxious to meet Lisa and visit with her. Clitter Meadows is goat soap, milk soap from Ashby, soap savers and scrubbies she has. So Chandler's Honey, Anselmo. What can I say? They're the best honey around, right, gentlemen?
They are. Yep, you bet. They're sweet, right?
Yeah. Homemade honey candles, and lotions. I'm anxious to see them, too. The Shed Crafters, and they will be coming from Ansley. Bob Weirs, who grew up at Halsey and now lives in Connecticut, is sending his book, My Nebraska, out. And some cousins of his will be there with his books. He won't be available to sign them, but this is a wonderful book about growing up in My Nebraska. That's the title. And 100-fold, Jeannie Harvey from Broken Bow. She is a crafter and recycles items, and I'm anxious to see her too. So we have quite a variety that will take place at our showcase on Saturday. And again, there'll be food out there available, and we'll have our two speakers, Jerry Proctor at 2 o'clock from the Nebraska National Forest, and Jenna Barta, Nebraska Tourism, at 3 o'clock. And again, all the afternoon activities are open to the public and free. Oh, and one more thing, photo contests. We've had people sending in 8x10 photos, and those will be judged by People's Choice that day. So that will be interesting as well. We have an action-packed afternoon, gentlemen.
You
need
sure
to
do.
come out.
You sure do. I know our news guy, Grant's planning on coming out and checking things out. And I hope maybe Joan and I can stop by as well. The exhibitors sound wonderful. I think a lot of people are anxious to learn more about thoughts on the forest and the camp and so forth. I think that a lot of people would really like to know more about that. So unfortunate happening, but certainly a timely topic to be presenting there on Saturday.
Yes. Well, we've been praying for snow cover, and we certainly are getting it, have gotten it a couple weeks ago, and now getting it again. The forest and the rangeland that burned definitely needs that. We need the moisture desperately. So we don't want to complain too much about this snow.
No. Well, it's going to be an exciting day, and before you know it, Linda, we're going to blink, and it'll be springtime, and before long it'll be May, and people will be running up and down the highway again, stopping in all these wonderful places that you highlight when you're on our show.
Absolutely. 272 miles of Highway 2. There's a lot to see, a lot to do, and places along the way to eat. And, I see a lot of ATVs going by, going up to the forest and beyond. A lot of campers going to Merritt, on up to Alliance. And then, of course, the Black Hills. We are a great road to take to get to the Black Hills.
That's for sure. And, of course, even Valentine area has a lot of recreational activities to offer there. And I know people come up through and go north at Thedford and enjoy the hunting opportunities, canoeing, and all the things that are available up there as well. So you've got a lot of things that people drive to, and they go right up the highway to get to all those fun family things that are available.
Absolutely. And we appreciate all the tourists that come through. Absolutely. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you folks come out on Saturday. Again, our byway is open. Our annual conference is open to the public Saturday afternoon. We encourage people to come out. And again, I want to thank Custer Federal for this time slot that they do every month for us. And we're just looking forward to a great Saturday in Broken Bow.
All right, Linda. Great report. Enjoyed talking to you. Have another cup of coffee and watch the snowflakes come down.
I'm going to go scoop.
Oh, boy. Be careful. Be careful. We'll
All right.
see you Saturday. All right.
All right.
Bye. All right, Linda Tion, a great representative of the Byway. Rick Moss was reporting Monday at the Economic Development meeting about some exciting things coming up on the Byway, and specifically at the Red Barn this year. I don't want to spoil their announcement, but there's some pretty cool things coming this spring out at the Red Barn, which a lot of people stop at and hopefully pick up information to find out all those other places that they can stop as they come through one direction or another. So pretty cool deal.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to be right back. First, these messages from some really good businesses.
Where in the world did 2022 go? The new year is here. Don't start it off on the wrong foot with an appliance that makes you a bummer to be around. Talk to Brent and the crew at Lines Appliance in Broken Bow. Their top priority is getting an appliance in your home that simply makes life easier. From fridges and deep freezes to washers, dryers, grills, griddles, smokers, and more. Visit Lines Appliance in Broken Bow. Happy New Year from Lines Appliance, Broken Bow.
Is winter weather and the fear of falling keeping you indoors for the season? Don't fall. Give Pearson's a call. Poor balance and falls can diminish your ability to lead an active and independent life, but you don't have to accept them as a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 308-872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment with one of our therapists. That's Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 in Broken Bow.
Geared for Sports in Broken Bow is all about gearing you up for sports, whether it's for participating or for cheering from the stands. They have it. Right now through February 4th, all regular price shoes are marked at 20% off. So head through their door on the west side of the square and bring your feet to do some test fitting. Geared for Sports, open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 4. Get your gear at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
The 2023 celebration savings continue at the Secret Garden. Save a minimum of 23% and up to 60% on all Secret Garden inventory this Friday from 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Psalm 3, verse 3. You, O Lord, are a shield around me. You are my glory, the one who holds my head high. The Secret Garden, located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. Save between 23 and 60% this Friday and Saturday. The Secret Garden.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
5:53 is your time. Still snowing here in central Nebraska, and it sounds like up in the Halsey, Thedford, Dunning area as well. It's a pretty wide swath that's coming through the entire Midwest, and we could see between 9 and 17 inches of snowfall according to the National Weather Service. And this winter storm warning went into effect and will remain in effect until midnight tonight. So we'll kind of see what happens. That's all we can really do, right?
That's all we can do.
That's the way it is. Mother Nature comes along, does what she wants to do. Changing things. We have a few late changes here that just came in to our Sandhill Express closing page. Cecil Burt Company here in Broken Bow is now closed. They won't be doing business today. And let me go on down here. Maple Park Dental here in Broken Bow is now closed today. Well, there was another one along the way here, I think. Cecil Burt. Oh, yes, there it is. Broken Bow Floral will be closed today. And that's the most current changes due to the weather that we have for you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Now, more than ever, your cattle need to work. From breeding to calving, to grazing, to weaning, and beyond. Count on Ritter Hereford bulls and heifers to improve your herd and your bottom line. 90 bulls, 75 heifers will sell at the ranch and online February 2nd, 1 p.m. For that reputation half-circle brand of growth and carcass traits, easy calving, and super dispositions, buy Ritter Herefords. February 2nd, Callaway.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason: their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is locally owned and operated and proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
Is my farm completely insured? Am I covered when I drive my ATV from field to field? Do I have all locations I farm covered for liability? This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. I have found over the years that most of us let our insurance policies renew year after year and never take the time to see if we are adequately protected. Let's sit down and review your coverage today. Call Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency at 308-836-2201.
8:56, and no, we have not forgotten. We do want to try to give you a chance to sing along with Brent and Blake today and give yourself a chance to win 2 tickets to the Blake Shelton Show February 16th. We'll probably do that later in the show. We're going to take care of a request now for Eugene Curtis on his 77th birthday. This is for you, Eugene.
GoodRx is not insurance.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Ride Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Ride is here to help. Fixed Ride Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
They're all the rage. Bardominiums, Schausses, whatever you call them. Ansley Lumber and Supply offers everything you need to construct your own pole building, post frame building, or barn. They have exclusive access to interactive visualizers, 3D designers, and a price estimator. This means you know what your project will look like and approximately what it will cost. The best part? The whole complete package can be dropped to your site with everything you need. Get your dream home started on Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply.
9:05, 24 degrees outside, cloudy skies. The snow is picking up now and getting pretty heavy out there. The good news is the winds have not picked up. In fact, they've actually backed down a little bit from what they were earlier. So heavier snow, less wind, at least for the time being. But that winter storm warning remains in effect until midnight tonight. And due to that fact, we have a lot of changes due to the weather. And we want to thank the folks you just heard from, Fixed Right Auto Body, Ansley Lumber, along with Taylor Heating and Cooling, Custer Public Power District, and Hunter's Towing here in the area, making these reports available to you. And there's some new ones coming in. Kristen's been busy out at the front desk, so here's Brent with some of those updates for you. We'll just run through the list.
All right, we'll go through the whole list for you. A reminder of schools to get started here. Anselmo Myrna Schools, Ansley, Arcadia, and Arnold Public Schools all closed today. Arrow Seed Company in Broken Bow is closed. Backbone of Healthcare in Broken Bow closed. BD Broken Bow closed today. Wednesday, first, second day shift closed, it says. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster closed. Bow Bootery in Broken Bow closed today. Broken Bow Chiropractic is now closed. Broken Bow Floral is closed. Broken Bow Public Schools closed today. Also, the Broken Bow Public Library is now closed for the day. Broken Bow Livestock Sales scheduled for tomorrow. That now has been canceled. Bruning State Bank in Broken Bow closed. Burwell Public Schools are closed. Callaway Hospital Public Transit Service, no vans running today. Callaway Public Schools are closed. The Cecil Burt Company in Broken Bow closed today. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic still showing a 10 o'clock open in Broken Bow. Sargent Clinic canceled, it says. That's Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. A reminder, City of Loop City is in a snow emergency in effect into tomorrow. No parking on snow routes in Loop City. Of course, Broken Bow in a snow emergency as well. And you can read more about that on the story posted on sandhillsexpress.com. I believe COSAD has alerted us they're in a snow emergency as well, guessing that there will be other communities in that situation as well. So check with your city officials. As we check out some other information that has been sent to us, the Custer County Courthouse and the Custer County Judicial Center are both closed today. Custer Federal State Bank in Broken Bow closed. They'll plan to open at 10 a.m. tomorrow. As we continue to run through some of the other announcements that have been passed our way, Farm Bureau in Broken Bow is closed. Farm Credit Services of America Broken Bow branch closed. The First Interstate Bank, Callaway, and Broken Bow branches are both closed today. First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow, their Wednesday activities, children and youth activities have all been canceled for today. Heritage Bank in Broken Bow is closed today. Other announcements that have been sent to us here today, Litchfield Public Schools are closed today. Livia's Boutique in Ansley closed today and tomorrow. Loop Basin Public Health Department in Burwell is closed. Loop City Public Schools are closed, and Loop County Public Schools closed today. Maple Park Dental in Broken Bow is closed, and Mount Custer Truck Sales closed today. And with more on the list, here's Dave.
Thank you, Brent. Nebraska State Bank, all branches are closed today. The Ord Public Schools, no classes. Our Savior Lutheran Church in Broken Bow, all their Wednesday events have been canceled for the young folks. Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow closed today, as is the Prairie Eye Care in Broken Bow. They earlier had a 10 o'clock start. They're now closed at Prairie Eye Care. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed today. No home deliveries. The Quilting Shack closed today here in Broken Bow. Sandhills Public Schools at Dunning closed. The Sargent Public Schools are closed today. And the Smoke Shack in Broken Bow is also closed. This just in, St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Broken Bow closed. No faith formation classes, and they'll reschedule when they get a chance to do that, but that's all been canceled for today at the St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Sumner Etterville Miller closed today as far as schools go. Team Physical Therapy in Broken Bow closed. As we scroll down here, we see that the United Church of Sumner has canceled their events for today. United Methodist Church in Arcadia canceling their Kids in Christ program for tonight. And Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow has announced that they'll be closed today. And the Exchange, too, in Broken Bow, closed today. Those are the changes as we have them at this time. You can look at those same changes by going to Sandhills Express and clicking on the Weather tab. It'll drop down and show you closings. Click on that, and you'll see everything we've read to you. And we'll keep updating that as information becomes available.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196. Custer Public Power wants to remind their customers to stop, think, safety first when using space heaters during the winter months. Keep heaters at least 3 feet from things that can burn. Plug directly into the wall outlet. Do not use an extension cord, and place on a flat surface where it cannot be bumped or tipped over. Remember to keep pets and children away from the space heater. Make your new year a safe one. Happy New Year from Custer Public Power District.
Whether you need your motorcycle towed or your semi towed, Hunter's Towing has the equipment and know-how to get you off the side of the road. Save this number in your phone now. You never know when you'll need to call Hunter, 870-1983. That's 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing. He's ready to hit the road at any time to help you out of a jam. Based in Berwyn, serving Custer County and beyond. Hunter's Towing at 870-1983.
9:12, 24 degrees outside, and just looking through the window across the way, that snow keeps getting just a little heavier and heavier, Brent. So I imagine before long, this is just a guess, but I'm sure Christy will probably put on her snowsuit and go out and do some scooping here pretty soon.
Yeah, try to stay ahead of it.
Yeah, stay ahead of it if you would, Christy. The Custer County Ag Society has an open position for a ground supervisor. This includes semi-skilled manual labor while providing basic maintenance functions in the operation and upkeep of the Custer County Fairgrounds facilities. Duties are performed under the general supervision of the Custer County Ag Society. Employee will supervise maintenance laborers and seasonal workers involved in the maintenance work, and the work involves the management of maintenance, operations, and preventative functions of the fairgrounds, as well as responsibility for the safe and efficient use of various hand and power tools and assorted light equipment such as lawnmowers and tractors used in the upkeep of fairgrounds and fairgrounds facilities. Strategic planning for the facility maintenance and repairs of the Custer County Fairgrounds will also be expected. For more information or to apply, contact Michelle at 308-870-2493 or send your resume to Post Office Box 142, Broken Bow, or email it to Custer County nefairgrounds@gmail.com. You can take a look at these details on Sandhills Express as well.
Full Circle Irrigation in Broken Bow has asked us to announce that they have 2 different rooms for rent at their facility. Says it would be perfect for things like an insurance agent or an accounting firm. One room is 15 feet 9 inches by 15 feet with an outside window. That's $400 a month. The other area has 2 connecting rooms that are 15 feet by 11 feet 9 inches with a window, and another room that is 14 feet 10 inches by 11 feet 9 inches, and those rooms rent for $600 a month. You would have access to a kitchen and bathroom shared with Full Circle. You would need to provide your own internet service, however. For more information, call Darlene at 308-440-3006, or you can just stop out, take a look at their location just east of Broken Bow.
All right. Prairie Grounds Cafe in Broken Bow. I'm not sure about their situation today, but any other day you can take advantage of these January featured drinks. And you can always call your order in at 872-3333. And some of the specials this month include the Cinnamon French Toast, which is toasted marshmallow and cinnamon. The Caramel Nut Crunch Chai, which is caramel, hazelnut, and vanilla chai. Neapolitan, which is vanilla, strawberry, and mocha. That sounds pretty good. Pumpkin Pie Latte, which is caramel and pumpkin spice. And the Strawberry Cupcake, which features strawberry and white mocha. Now, on normal days, they're open Monday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., and Tuesday, Saturday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Check their Facebook page to stay up to date. You might do that today as well. And here's just a suggestion for you folks out there. If you really believe you need to get to a location, a business, or a service, find the phone number, give them a call ahead of time before you trek out and try to get to a destination that may well be closed.
Hopefully the weather won't impact this too much, but tomorrow is the 3rd Thursday of the month, and Rustic and Red in Cozad always does their Sip and Shop on the 3rd Thursday of the month. That'll be tomorrow. Rustic and Red located in Cozad. They'll be open from 10 until 7. Sales will run all day. Sipping will start at 4 o'clock. Most of all, just come spend some time with friends. Rustic and Red in Cozad, hopefully hosting their 3rd Thursday celebration Sip and Shop tomorrow in Cozad.
Well, that will remain to be seen, but if you get there, you're going to have a whole lot of fun shopping and sipping. Also, a whole lot of fun will be had at Sylvester's this Friday night. Now, you know Sylvester's will be going Friday night, no doubt about that, because Thunder Karaoke will be back. Grab your friends, pull them up on stage, sing a song out loud with them, just like you do in the car. The time is now to hop up on stage and sing with your friends at Sylvester's. 9 p.m. until 1 p.m. this Friday night, karaoke at Sylvester's in Broken Bow at the Quiet Little Place that rocks!
All right. Universal Insurance in Broken Bow, reminding you it's always important to insure your home, your family, your auto, your possessions. But if you're in business, they want to make sure you realize how important it is to insure your business. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business. From HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Call 872-6438, or you can visit them at 940 South E Street in Broken Bow.
Another job opportunity, the highway maintenance worker position at Ansley is now open through the Nebraska Department of Transportation. There's also with this a $2,500 hiring bonus. They're seeking a dedicated and hardworking team player or players that are willing and able to operate a snowplow. Training and career development will be provided, advanced opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, comprehensive benefits package including a matching retirement contribution. You can apply, and you need to do this online, at statejobs.nebraska.gov. veterans.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. That is open and will be open until filled through the Nebraska Department of Transportation.
Some wonderful members of our community have worked together to help bring awareness to mental health and the importance of reaching out when needed. Therefore, there has been a website created as a resource of mental health providers in Custer County. The website is mhpcc.org. They remind you that mood changes could be a sign of seasonal affective disorder. This is a type of depression that recurs each year for about 4 to 5 months, most often beginning when the days get shorter in the fall and ending when longer hours of daylight return in the spring and summer. Sometimes it's referred to the winter blues. The seasonal depression is real, and it affects about 5% of the U.S. population. You do not need to struggle alone. Untreated mental illness can contribute to higher medical expenses, poor performance at school and work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. So if you feel as though you are going through some of this, please have the courage to get help. And one of the best places to start is to visit this website, mhpcc.org.
Another good job opening here. Now, the Broken Bow Library is closed today due to the weather, but contact them if you're interested in this full-time children's service assistant position. Now, this position will be something that you can provide children's services with and manage the children's library in direct cooperation with the library director. It requires strong verbal, written, and interpersonal skills and preferably a 2-year or 4-year college degree. Also requires a basic knowledge of modern librarianship principles and practices, particularly in the field of children's services, and the ability to attain a public library certification. Wage will be dependent on qualifications with a better than average benefit package. Applications and job descriptions are available at the city clerk's office located on the main floor at 314 South 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. And you can go online, too, to cityofbrokenbow.org and submit the application and related information to the City of Broken Bow. Make it Attention City Clerk at 314 South 10th Avenue. If you want to mail it, Post Office Box 504 in Broken Bow, or you can email it at kpeters@cityofbrokenbow.org. Broken Bow is an equal opportunity employer. And for more information, you can contact Director Megan Swoboda at the library at 872-2927.
All right, let's stay with the job opportunities. Here's one through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership, looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher center specialist. It's a 40 hours per week year-round position in Broken Bow. Starting wage is anywhere from $19 to $21 per hour, depending on your qualifications. Great benefits. They are looking for someone with their Child Development Associate Certificate, an associate's or bachelor's degree in early childhood education, would prefer experience working with infants and toddlers, income-qualifying families, and past supervisory experience. The individual would be responsible for center coordination, supervision, and teaching. For more information, contact CNCAP Human Resource Department at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0. Or you can apply online by going to their website, centralnebraskacap.com. Let's see, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, a great care facility for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. They believe that an active life is a nurturing experience. At their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. Activities can bring about a feeling and sense of self-worth and well-being. Some daily stimulating and physical activities include movies, music, crafts, games, exercising, just to name a few. Again, they specialize in Alzheimer's and dementia care assisted living. For more information on their facility and how they can help you, contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow at 872-6387. And we'll take a moment here and let you know what's showing at the movies. You might want to, I don't know if they'll be able to be open tonight or not, but I know that if they can and they feel it's safe, they usually are. But you might want to check ahead. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it tonight or not.
Looking outside right now, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, here is what is showing currently at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. The new movie starring Tom Hanks, A Man Called Otto, is showing at the Fox Theater. It's rated PG-13. That'll show through the rest of this week and then continue through the weekend into next week as well. Also, the thriller Plane with Gerard Butler. Plane crashes in a bad spot. He's like got to take on all these bad dudes and save everybody on the plane. Just doesn't get better than that, does it, at the movies? So there you go. Plane is showing now. It is rated R, and it is showing this week on through the weekend into next week as well at the Fox Theater. Also, the movie Megan, it is showing now currently, and it is showing now, and it too will continue through the weekend into next week. So those are the movies, A Man Called Otto, Plane, and Megan, showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow.
All right. Thank you very much, Brent. Folks, thanks for listening. We have a lot of information that we've passed along to you today, and we have more to come as the things unfold here. We'll bring you postponements, cancellations, and changes. I got to believe that by mid-afternoon, most of the decisions will have been made, if not earlier than that. Looking outside, the snow is getting heavier all the time, and it might be time to make that decision and pull the trigger on it if you haven't done it yet, because it doesn't look like... Wait a minute. Looking outside there, is that Christy?
What? How?
Is that Christy scooping?
Oh, what a sweetheart.
It's so snowy out there. I can't tell.
Man.
What? Oh, man, it's hard. It's just kind of like it could be Christy.
Wow.
Or the abominable snowman. I can't tell which. We'll be right back.
In farming, you know being early means you're right on time. That's why the Roundup Ready Extend crop system created the Spray Early Weed Control Guarantee. When you spray before or at planting, you can protect your investment and give your farm an advantage all season long. Find the tools and resources you need to spray early and guarantee your weed control at RoundupReadyExtend.com/sprayearly. Guarantee is subject to program terms and conditions. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices. Each season, farmers put it all on the line. So it's just good business to get every advantage you can. That's why the Roundup Ready Extend crop system created the Spray Early Weed Control Guarantee. When you spray before or at planting, you can give yourself a season-long advantage over weeds, and it can help boost your yield potential. Show weeds you mean business and learn more about guaranteed weed control at RoundupReadyExtend.com/sprayearly. Guarantee is subject to program terms and conditions. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
It is 9:26, and I believe I have made contact with the Pizza Hut, Brent.
Wow.
Ladarius, are you there?
I am.
Wow.
I'm here. Yes, sir.
You made it.
I did.
How was it?
It was crazy. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. So, I guess the obvious question, there's a lot of people sitting at home thinking, man, I could really go for a pizza this afternoon or tonight. But on the other hand, if you can't get around to deliver a pizza, that won't work either. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm here all day if you want to come in and get one.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So you'll be there, and people can stop in if they can get in safely and pick up a pizza and take it home, huh?
Yes, sir. They sure can.
Okay. You're the man. So what are some of the specials right now you'd like to highlight?
The specials right now, we have the large stuffed crust one topping for $13.99. We still have that. And then the triple treat box, which will be leaving here as soon as the New Yorker gets here. It comes with the 2 medium one toppings, the breadsticks, and the Cinnabons for $26.99. And we also have the big dinner box here still. People be sleeping on a big dinner box, but that's a good amount of food for $25.99. You get 2 rectangle pizzas like pan dough, one toppings, or you can get your choice of pasta or the 8-piece wings, your choice of flavor with the breadsticks or cheese sticks. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no kidding. I have to ask you, because you're around the food all the time, and I can tell that you're kind of a connoisseur. What's your favorite wing?
My favorite wing, I gotta say the Cajun wings, man.
The Cajuns. Are they pretty spicy?
Oh, no, sir. Nah, they ain't spicy at all. Well, I'm from Louisiana, so I can say that it might be spicy.
Yeah. For a Louisianan compared to a Nebraskan, there's probably a little bit of, difference there, right?
Yeah, that's why I had to clarify that.
That sounds great there. So what do you dip those wings in?
I don't dip in them in nothing because I like the flavor, but we have the blue cheese here. We have the ranch, that you can dip it in. Or if you want to do the garlic butter, we got that too.
Oh, man, that sounds really good. Really good. Folks are out there thinking, how soon can I order a pizza so I can have one today? When will you be able to have pizzas cooked up for them?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. So there's about an hour and a half, and then they can call in, and if they can get there to pick it up, you'll have it there for them.
I have it ready for them when they get here.
Well, that's great. I think people that have big old four-wheel drives and can get out and maybe on their way home from work or whatever, stop and see.
Or you might got a friend that got a four-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That's going to come in handy the next 24 hours, that's for sure. So, do you have any questions, Brent?
Just wondering, Ladarius, you still looking for help?
How that dine-in coming along? We've been pretty busy this week. And about another week or two, I'm probably need 2 more servers.
Okay. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of that, the dining room is open most often then?
24/7.
24/7. When you're open, the doors are open, you can come in and dine.
Yeah.
All right.
Sir.
Okay. All right. Well, you can never have too many good applicants, so we encourage people to come in and talk to you about those positions. Are most of those positions part-time?
Basically, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right. So if somebody out there wants a little extra cash and can work a couple days a week, they should come talk to you.
Yes, sir, and I'll be right here.
Okay. Anything else today?
Well, y'all be safe out there today, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, good idea, Ladarius, and we're impressed you're there cooking pizzas. I imagine you're going to start getting some orders. We'll let you go, but we appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Yeah, take care. All right. Well, we didn't think we'd find anybody there, but Ladarius is there, and he's going to cook a pizza if you can get there to pick it up.
Yeah.
Or some pasta or some wings. That sounds pretty good for breakfast, doesn't it?
It does, yes, any time of the day.
All right, it is 9:31, and we have covered most everything that I think we need to cover here this morning. And Brent's checking his phone. While he does that, let's just do this.
42 finalists will be invited to the Tumbleweed Cafe for a breakfast and live breakfast show. Will one of them be you? Now's the time to find out.
Call us at 872-2801 and sing along with Blake Shelton and Brent and get yourself a chance to win those 2 tickets that's going to get you to the show and $250 spending money. This time around, it's all brought to you by the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Who do we have on the air?
This is Julie.
Julie, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
So you're inside.
I am.
You're warm.
I'm warm, yes.
Later, are you going to have popcorn?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to have. I've had some hot chocolate already.
Oh, good. Do you put marshmallows in your hot chocolate?
Well, I did not this time. Sometimes I do.
Mm-hmm. If you go with the marshmallows, do you go with the little ones or the big ones?
The little ones.
The little ones. That's what Brent's acknowledging. That's the way to go. We used to put the big ones in once in a while when we were kids. It's pretty tasty.
And they take a little bit longer to melt.
Yeah. I'm with you, Julie.
Julie. Okay, Julie. Now we're going to ask you which song you want to sing. You have the choice between Neon Light, Sangria, or Come Back as a Country Boy.
Oh, gosh. How good do I have to know the words?
Well, we're going to play it for you so you can listen to whichever one you choose before.
Oh, okay, the Sangria one.
Oh, good for you, Julie. Oh, thank you so much. Here we go. I'll give you a sample, okay, because this is just exactly what we're going to sing along to, all right?
Okay.
Here we go.
And your lips taste like
like sangria.
I'm going to play that again because I didn't have it quite up there in the beginning. So let me give you another.
Okay, am I supposed to be singing then?
No,
or?
not now. We'll be together on this, Julie.
Okay.
We just wanted you to listen to it, so let me give you the whole thing. Here we go.
You take my hand in yours, you lean in and your lips taste like sangria.
All right, that's the words. I'm going to get them out here. You take my hands in yours, you lean in, and your lips taste like sangria. This bothers Brent a little bit, Julie. He doesn't like singing this part, but I think he'll get through it.
We'll sing it together, Julie. Now,
Alrighty, sounds good.
Now listen, if you, as far as the words are concerned, just do what I do. If you just know like the first two words, then you just start humming.
That's what I thought, maybe, because I've already forgotten some of them.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
know the chorus, but yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1.
You take my hand in yours, you lean in and your lips taste like sangria.
Oh, that's good, Julie.
Go.
Excellent. Excellent. So are you a Blake Shelton fan?
I do like Blake Shelton, yes.
Good, good. Well, it should be quite a show, and if you happen to win, you'll have 2 tickets on the second row on the floor. And
oh, that'd be awesome.
There'll be $250 spending cash for you to use how you please as well. So we're going to have a breakfast on February 1st out at the Tumbleweed Cafe, a buffet that you can come to. And if you can't come and you want to send someone else in your place, just let us know who that person would be. We would need to know. And we're going to start the breakfast show at 7:30. We're going to eat around 8, so that's what time you might want to show up, and then we'll draw afterwards.
All right, that sounds good. I'll see if I can find somebody. I teach, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do there. So
okay, now hold on.
All righty.
Stay right there. I need to get your phone number off the air, so stay right there.
Grocery Cart online at gkbrokenbow.com. Certified Angus beef cube steaks are $4.98 a pound, and certified Angus beef rump roasts are $4.98 a pound as well. Hormel boneless and pork loin roasts are $1.98 a pound. Kemp's orange juice half gallons are $2.98, or get your oranges pre-squeezed. California navel oranges are 88 cents a pound. Start your morning right with General Mills cereal at $3.98 a box. Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
All right, Julie. Very nice young lady. She's a teacher. And we can always use teachers. So we wish you the best of luck, Julie. That wasn't so hard to sing that song. Let me repeat those words again. You take my hands in yours. You lean in, and your lips taste like sangria.
Mm-hmm.
Try that when you get home.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay, all right.
Want to sit in row number 2 at the Blake Shelton concert in February? You'll have to do a smidgen of work. Here's how.
Call us at 872-2801. We're kind of squeezing things in here this morning, so jump on the bandwagon here at 872-2801, and we'll get you on the air and get you registered for a chance to get in the drawing like Julie did this morning. You take my hands in yours and you lean in and your lips taste like sangria.
You do that pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This particular time around, we want to thank our friends at Full Circle Irrigation for sponsoring the sing-along. I would like to join in this time.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Well,
I think anybody on staff I personally thought that the way we should do the competition is they call in and then they pick who they want to sing with.
Oh.
On the staff.
Well, Christy could, but she's out scooping right now.
Amazing. She is an amazing lady.
Yeah. So the number, if you want to sing along, is 872-2801. I'd love to sing with you along with Brent. We'll give you just a few more minutes to do that. And if we don't get calls in here today, we'll make them up in the days to come because it's been kind of busy here this morning. But call us at 872-2801. You can pick from Neon Light, Sangria, or Come Back as a Country Boy.
You said Christy was scooping. Is she throwing it on top of your car?
Well, that would not surprise us if that was taking place.
At the moment, you could throw it on top of a car and you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. All right. So we'll play tomorrow several times in the next few days to make up for the couple of times we didn't get a play today. The phone is ringing on the other line. I'll wait just a moment to make sure that's not somebody trying to get in to sing along today. And I know a lot of folks actually are calling in and trying to win the tickets so they can give them to somebody who really is, nuts about Blake Shelton, and that's okay too. But you'll want to make sure that you're, sending somebody down that's, old enough to take care of themselves and have a good time. Do you want to run through those again, or what do you think?
Sure can, yeah. I do think we have had some new ones posted here since we last shared our weather-related announcements. I'll go ahead and do the schools one more time. I think you pretty well know these by now, but Anselmo, Myrna, Ansley, Arcadia, and Arnold Public Schools all closed. Arrow Seed Company in Broken Bow closed. Backbone of Healthcare, Broken Bow closed. BD in Broken Bow says closed Wednesday first, second day shift closed. Blaine County Courthouse, Brewster closed. Bow Bootery is closed today. Broken Bow Chamber Office is now closed today. Broken Bow Chiropractic closed. Broken Bow Floral closed. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed. Also, the Broken Bow Livestock Sale scheduled for tomorrow, that's now been canceled. Broken Bow Public Library is closed. Bruning State Bank in Broken Bow is closed. Burwell Public Schools are closed today. Callaway Hospital Public Transit Service, no vans running today. Callaway Public Schools closed. Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics are both closed today. Cecil Burt Company in Broken Bow closed. Other announcements, City of Loop City again in a snow emergency. That's in effect until 4 o'clock Thursday. No parking on snow routes. Broken Bow in a snow emergency as well. You can read the details of it on the story posted on sandhillsexpress.com. I think COSAT also informed us that they are in a snow emergency, and that very well may be the case for other communities, so please check with your city officials so you know what the situation is in your area. Costa's Styling Salon, downtown Broken Bow, is now closed today. Other announcements regarding our immediate listening area to pass your way. Custer County Courthouse and the Custer County Judicial Center are both closed. Custer Federal State Bank in Broken Bow closed today. Other announcements, Farm Bureau of Broken Bow is closed. Farm Credit Services of America Broken Bow branch is closed. First Interstate Bank, Callaway and Broken Bow branches, both branches are closed today. First Presbyterian Church in Broken Bow, they have canceled their children and youth activities for today. The Foo Bar in Anselmo is now closed today. Other announcements, Grassland Animal Hospital in Broken Bow is now showing closed. Heritage Bank in Broken Bow closed. Other announcements for our immediate listening area. Litchfield Public Schools are closed. Livia's Boutique in Ansley closed today, and they've posted their close tomorrow as well. Loop Basin Public Health Department in Burwell closed today. Loop City Public Schools are closed. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor are closed. Maple Park Dental in Broken Bow closed. Mr. Rudy's Mercantile and More in Sargent, it is closed for today. Mount Custer Truck Sales in Broken Bow closed. All branches of Nebraska State Bank in the area, they are closed. Overton Public Schools closed. Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow closed. Prairie Eye Care Center in Broken Bow closed. Prairie Pioneer Center is closed, no home deliveries. Quilting Shack and Smoke Shack, both are closed in Broken Bow today. St. Anselm's Catholic Church in Anselmo canceling all of their events for today. St. Mary's Catholic Church in Sargent, all of their Wednesday events are now canceled. Sandhill School in Dunning is closed. Sargent School is closed. Smoke Shack, as we mentioned, in Broken Bow closed today. St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Broken Bow, no faith formation classes. First Reconciliation will be rescheduled for St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Broken Bow. SEM Public Schools are closed today. Team Physical Therapy, all of their locations are closed today. United Church of Sumner, their Wednesday events have all been canceled. United Methodist Church Arcadia, Kids in Christ, canceled for today. Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow is canceled. And the Exchange 2 Broken Bow closed today.
All right, that's the latest that we have. Again, you can check those out on Sandhills Express closing page. A big thank you to Fixed Right Auto Body, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Hunter's Towing Repair, Ansley Lumber, and Custer Public Power for making these announcements available to you here on the radio, and we'll continue to have those for you through the day. And as this day progresses, we expect there'll be some more coming in, and we actually think maybe a little bit later in the day they'll start thinking about tomorrow. So we'll move towards that, depending on how much snow we get between now and sometime early tomorrow morning. So that's how it sits right now. That's the breakfast show for today, and I'd just like to play this last item.
When I grow up, I'll become station manager. Then I'll fire Dave and Brent and get this place together.
We'll be talking at you all day long, folks. Thanks for listening.